Hello everyone, the Worm is back with some more Ultra Despair Girls. And today we are going to be, well, sorry, I just noticed something on this screen here that is quite something. I am both amazed and appalled that they would put this on this screen here. You might... I can't believe I just realized this now. Oh my goodness. Obviously I'm not going to say what it is, but if you know what I'm talking about, they put something on this screen here that is related to something else that I will not mention, but that's crazy. And okay, I've been thrown off at the beginning. I'm so sorry. Let's actually get into it. What I was gonna say, sorry, that was insane. What I was gonna say is that I'm going to have a discussion this episode. We kind of ended it at an awkward moment. So I think I'm gonna start the game, go through the cutscene, and when I get to a moment where I can talk, then we're gonna have a little discussion. And and obviously when we start, I'll let you know, and you can skip ahead if you want to. Just so far in this whole game, I've not really had cause to talk about anything. You know, in the past when I played Danganronpa 2, there were plenty of times where I could, talk about what was going on, give my thoughts and opinions, but there's really been no need for me to comment on much. I think this is probably my worst Let's Play so far, for that reason, which is, it's good experience, I feel, to know what kind of games I should play or shouldn't play for the future. So I'm still intend to finish it, but anyway, that was a tangent. To get back to what I was saying, the game has finally given me something that I kind of want to talk about. So we will have that discussion. So let's get back to the game. Yes, we started a new chapter. I can't believe they put that in the
I beg of you,
that
please,
screen. That's
just
crazy.
leave this city.
Yeah, so this is an interesting idea. Kamaru, who has been wanting to leave this whole time, has just been granted her wish, essentially, by Nagisa. Of course, this will probably be a character-defining moment for her. Does she accept and just leave, or does she choose to remain in attempt to save everyone else? And considering how her character has gone thus far, and just due to the fact that this is a video game, I have to assume that she's going to choose to stay. So let's see how it goes.
Where did this come from?
My recording looks like it. Uh-oh.
Oh, I knew this would happen.
Yeah, so it looks like Nagito has been the one controlling, maybe? Certainly ordering the kids around, but we don't really know the method through which Monica controls everything. Certainly the kids are probably controlled through those helmets. And if we think Nagito is one of the masterminds behind all this, he probably has access to that too.
In order for the new society of children to be calm and peaceful, I need to create paradise. Everyone has high expectations of me. I cannot fail. So please, get out of our town.
But, oh, Maru, don't be tricked. You don't have to actually accept that offer.
No, this is not an offer. It's an honest request. Please. I'm begging you. Please leave.
Don't drown yourself.
Hey! I wouldn't trust a kid, even if he's kneeling on the ground. He's obviously tricking us.
See, it's funny because what's his name? Nagisa? He seems to be, well, he's always just seemed to be the one who's actually taken this idea seriously. So, of all the Warriors of Hope, I actually have probably most respect for him. He's obviously still crazy, but at least he's actually putting thought into... I mean, this is all delusional, it's all crazy, but he's actually trying to, you know, do the actual work to see it done more than anyone else, even more than Monica. Even in this instant,
I do not intend to trick you. I'm serious.
This is contrary to what Monica wants. Ooh. All this time we were wondering how to get it off.
And now, you are free.
Nagisa, if you do this, you're gonna make Monica super sad.
Oh yeah, you're still here, huh?
I know that, but it has to be done. Monica has high expectations of me. I'm sure she'll understand.
I don't know about that.
I'll take you to the secret passageway. It's the only way to get out of town. I can guarantee your safety until you reach it. The Monokumas won't attack with me here. Come on, let's go.
Hey! I told you to wait!
What? Do you have another objection?
Do I?
Well, she still wants to rescue Byakuya, so...
Oh, Maru, are you really okay with this?
Huh? Of course she is. This is what she wanted all this time.
Yeah, but she kind of has been going through a character arc. Slowly. But recently, she's thought about saving others, so she might be going down that route.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm asking Amaru.
She wants to leave this town. Why are you getting in her way? You're on the same side, right? Then you should respect her feelings.
Well, Nagisa, she actually threatened to kill her earlier.
Her feelings? Shut up. You have no right to say that.
It's going to be all right. I will personally guide you to the secret passageway. No need to worry.
This still could be... There is a non-zero chance that this could be a trap.
Let's go.
I do think Toko has a point that with all the insanity we've seen, not trusting the kids is probably still the safest choice. But I think that this is coming from, you know, the Toko perspective. I think just from seeing their interactions, the Warriors of Hope, seeing their interactions, I think Nagisa probably does mean this.
Nagisa!
Don't follow us.
But...
You don't want Monica to hate you, do you?
And Kamaru didn't say anything.
Let's go. The secret
It's
passageway is
interesting.
this way.
It's interesting that I wasn't able to talk to what's her name in the Resistance hideout. Oh, what's her name? The mom. Hagakure. His mom. I can't remember her name. I wasn't able to turn in any more of those collectibles. I wonder why. And it feels weird that we'd go back there again, so... I don't know.
This way.
Okay.
They look so normal, running like that.
How does a non-normal kid run?
Okay. we are gonna have a chat. If anyone doesn't care to have a chat, feel free to skip ahead. I don't know how long this will take. Maybe 10-15 minutes. But, yeah, there's something I want to talk about, so we're gonna do that. And I don't have a conclusion yet. I'm just gonna be, what would it be called? Stream of consciousness? Wow, I only have one heart right now. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna be speaking my thoughts, and hopefully through the act of doing that, I'll be able to kind of come to some sort of conclusion. So we'll just see how that goes. Oh my goodness, look at this maze. So, what I want to talk about has to do with what happened last episode, and what happened with, I guess what I'm talking about is the execution of, what would it be? The game's themes? Would that be the proper way to say it? From the outset, I was able to, see this fairly early on. It was pretty clear that the Warriors of Hope were Oh, we've got all the characters now, finally. It was clear that the Warriors of Hope were all victims in a way. And we kind of got more clued into what precisely that was when we confronted them. Victims of abuse, specifically. Masaru, I would assume, was physically abused in some way. We saw that thing where he hit his arm repeatedly. Then we have Jotaro, and he seemed to be mentally abused. And what's interesting is I think he said it might have been Junko that did that specifically to him, although I'm not sure about that. But he kind of internalized his mental abuse, and it became part of his identity, I guess. And so, it twisted him into becoming the monster that he was. And finally, we have Kotoko. These are the 3 kids we fought so far. And obviously, she is a victim of sexual abuse. And it's something that is real and is in real life. In Hollywood and sort of places like that, child actors. I think she was a Little Ultimate Drama. I think she was a child actress. Oh, it says right there, famous child actor. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens in places like Hollywood, and so it's certainly believable to have that happen to her. So obviously the game is intent on, showing all this stuff. The question is, how well has it done that? And I guess at the moment I'm feeling kind of kind of mixed on that whole idea. Mostly because, like, in where did I just go? In these two, especially Jotaro, they really dragged it out to sort of, like, I got it, I understood immediately, and they sort of dragged it out with her too. With her, Kotoko, I think we've run into kind of an issue here. Specifically, there were 2 things. One, there was the motivation game, and 2, there was the boss fight that was fought shortly afterward. And in both those instances, you know, I guess they were a way to show, to sort of, you know, visualize the abuse that she went through. Look, I'll just say, you know, that boss fight where we were Genocide Jill fighting her, and then when you did a certain amount of damage, her clothes started to fall off. I don't know. That does that. And the issue is they kind of knew what they were doing. At the end of the boss fight, they threw in a voice line from Kotoko where she said, "Hey, actually, I'm 18," which was that just came out of nowhere, and it was like, okay, you have to know what you're doing. I'm actually curious if that's a line from the original Japanese or if that just came in from the English translation or the localization, I suppose it would be. Yeah, certainly throughout the entire thing, I just uncomfortable was the feeling I got. It's kind of like it's weird. It's like, okay, we're describing her horrifying abuse, and that in itself is horrible. But then we're gonna have you do it, you know? Obviously, we didn't do it, but do similar things. And we didn't really do that for these guys. Masaru, we had the least build up. We were just suddenly in his arena. Jotaro had a bit more build up. He would taunt us on those TV screens, but he didn't have like a unique mini game or anything like that. She had a build up. She had and then this mini game, and then a mini boss fight. Yeah. So if I were to ring out a kind of conclusion to this, because I'm sure I'm just kind of rambling at this point, I would say I'm not a fan of the execution here. Of course, I don't know the writer. I don't know precisely what the intention was. Certainly, a lot of this game is meant to horrify us and gross us out. Like, you know, one could say, why am I bringing attention to this when throughout most of the game we've been seeing horrible murders, and, you know, especially with Jotaro, just the disgusting acts that he committed, and, you know, and yet why would I find this more objectionable? I guess in some sense I've just, from how the game has been, I've sort of just become desensitized to the bloodshed and the gore. And so suddenly being confronted with something that wasn't that, but you know, could be just as horrifying, kind of stuck out to me, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I said this last time, but I read a few comments before diving into this that people kind of had mixed views on this game, and I just have the sense that this might be part of it, you know? Not the whole thing. I just think the game's been somewhat boring, to be perfectly honest with you. Does he have a name? Yeah, Fujisaki, that was the name I was forgetting. Yeah, rest in peace, dude. Yeah, so that was just really uncomfortable. And yeah, well, now I know if someone were to ever ask me, you know, I would have to temper my recommendation. it'd have to be something like, you know, if you, of course I've not seen the anime yet or the third or the V3 game, so I don't know how necessary to the overall story this game is. If it turns out to be not that necessary, I think I would just say to people, you could probably just skip this game. It's probably not that important. But we'll have to see. Yeah, so if anyone else has thoughts on this, you know, you could let me know. Do you think they went too far with this? Is this sort of just run of the mill, I guess, for this kind of thing? Because I guess part of the issue is too that we're dealing with kids. You know, she said she's 18, but come on, I mean, that just seems kind of silly. Or if you think this was, if you think this was all right, and you think that those scenes and that mini boss fight were good to get across the abuse, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, just I don't know. But it definitely gave me something to think about, which is kind of a first for the game. So I'll grant it that. Well, let's at least start working our way through this dang maze. Now the children at night, there's only one thing I can tell for sure after taking the night for the lookout. The children are all wearing these idiotic helmets. None of them look like they're sleeping, and I've never seen them eat either. They're really human children? Isn't it possible they're mechanical dolls like Malcolm as well? Regardless, whether they're human or robots, they're devils in our eyes. The only difference is what look like they Ooh. Yeah, that was probably a bit too much of a ramble, huh? I don't know if I'm that good at talking about these sorts of things. You know, it's kind of highfalutin, right? Having a discussion on things like themes. You know, I don't even know if I'm using the words correctly, so I'm probably the wrong person to have a conversation about this kind of thing.
This way! Follow me closely!
What in the world? Was that active camouflage?
Hold on. Why are you attacking me?
Oh, I guess we're just gonna let this happen.
What's
No, we're
going
not.
on? Why is he getting ambushed by the Monokuma? I don't know either.
Well, kid, plan's not working out, huh?
I thought you said the Monokumas wouldn't attack us if you were here.
This is strange. What in the world is this?
You've been discovered.
Hey, You weren't lying when you said you wouldn't trick us, right?
Of course. If I wanted to deceive you, I would not have removed your wristband.
Then they must have found out you betrayed them.
Betrayal? Me? No, that's wrong. I'm no traitor. I am the leader of the Warriors of Hope. I care about making Paradise more than anybody. The reason I'm letting you guys go is because I care so much.
It appears your allies aren't taking it that way.
I'm sure she'd understand if I explained it to her properly. Monica has such high expectations.
Yeah, keep on saying that, Mr. Genius grade schooler.
Let's go.
Bodies everywhere. I'm getting sick of this.
Yeah, me too. Oh, hey, cars. I could have probably moved those, huh?
The secret passageway is this way.
Well, they probably know your intention now, so I do not think this plan will work out. Uh-oh.
I'm a warrior of hope. I'm your master.
Hey!
These guys are worth a lot of XP, huh? Well, that was easy. We're not missing any secrets, are we? Conductor's 48 hours. Odoriko Anaka, famous as the genius and conductor, is regarded by the world as beautiful, perfect, talented, extraordinary, and beautiful. However, she is a secret that keeps them from them all. The pinnacle of the lyrical sexual prose, a fluttering melody of suffering and sadism.
So vulgar.
Even with, you say.
Which reminds me.
Yeah, you're just gonna throw that out there? Admit that?
Hmm?
Oh boy.
But
Could it be?
no. So you're right.
Unfortunate. What's down this mysterious way?
Hey, where are you going?
So he
Oh.
says.
Well, fine then.
This way.
You're seriously trusting a guy like that? I'm sure he's planning to betray you.
You think so?
I mean, from the perspective of you guys, you really don't have much cause to trust in him. Other than the wristband, of course. Hello? Oh.
Ta-da! Wah! Ta-da! Woo!
Don't come near me!
Oh, goodness. Oh, I should have, No, dang it. I know what I'm supposed to do. One of you come over here. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing this very well, am I? Done? Oh, dang it. Oh, that was That was a tad more difficult than the last one. Which way did we come from? Wait, where am I facing? Okay, so I should look this way first. Oh, what's in here?
Hey, where are you going?
Never mind.
So he says.
Can't do it yet. Fair enough. I wonder what the last two truth bullets are. I don't remember them from the beginning.
Let's go. The secret passageway is this way.
So cruel.
See,
This is too cruel.
this is sort of what I was talking about a bit earlier. The thing with the violence and the gore is that it is so much and so everywhere that it just loses its shock value, you know? So that's why I definitely think the stuff with Kotoko, you know, stuck out so much more than something like this, which in other contexts or other situations or in other games, you know, with a different atmosphere or different build-up, this should be utterly terrifying, horrifying, you know? It should leave me speechless, but it just doesn't, because the whole game has just been nothing but this.
I won't look. But even if I don't see it, I can pretty much figure out what happened.
You really don't feel anything seeing this?
Well, it's like she's talking to me. Well, I feel a tinge of disgust, like when Jotaro was showing this stuff on his television. Like, that disgusted me, but I don't really feel horrified anymore.
These people are demons. Our enemies.
That's not what she asked.
You said it before, right? It's because you're afraid of adults?
Yeah, that's right. We can't help but be terrified around adults. If the adults just didn't exist, we could live peacefully. That's what I believe.
Why are you so afraid of adults?
We Warriors of Hope were classmates in the Hope's Peak Elementary program. We were in the classroom where they put all the troublemakers. But I resented being called a troublemaker. It makes it sound as if we ourselves were the cause of the trouble. But that's not right. Our troubles were created by adults. By our parents. They say kids can't pick their parents. Well, we were the unluckiest ones of all. My parents were, without exaggeration, the worst. Like demons. My parents raised me like they were leveling me up in some game.
So that's his form of abuse.
They didn't treat me like a person. They probably even forgot I was their child. From morning till night, study, study, study. When I got sleepy, analeptics. Even if I faint, HP is fully restored with a handy IV in my arm. 3 to 4 days straight. And if I showed even the slightest resistance, they'd use items to neuter my spirit. And by doing so, as long as they steadily racked up XP, I'd level up to their expectations. And it wasn't just at home. I received the same expectations at school as well. My father was a teacher at our school. He was a researcher of children's talent. He used his own son to research the growth of a child's talent. He wanted to see what the growth curve would be like if he pushed a child to the breaking point. Isn't that funny? I was the subject of such an amusing experiment.
It's not funny at all.
But even with all that, I was still better off than the others. You saw Monica's legs, right? That was done to her by her family. Her father and older brother were jealous of her talent. And that's how she ended up like that.
That's horrible.
Because we had talent. Because we were superior. We were treated like we were in hell. But during it all, we didn't hold a grudge against our parents. We accepted how we were treated because we weren't aware that it was okay to hate our parents. We trusted the common knowledge that kids must love their parents, so we didn't fight it. Instead, we bonded over our struggle, and those discussions led us to the same conclusion. We had to escape from the horrifying world that made us suffer. We were desperate to run away from our scary parents, scary adults, the whole scary world. And we thought there was only one way out. But that's when it happened. There was someone who taught us to have courage, to fight back instead of running away. That was Big Sis Junko.
Hello again, Junko.
Big Sis Junko told us how.
If you don't want it, give it to me.
She wanted the thing we were going to dispose of, our lives. And so, Big Sis Junko abducted us. Our disappearance didn't make much news. This was around the time the incident was growing. Ever since then, the days have been so much fun. Big Sis Junko showered her possessions with love and affection. She gave us not only love, but a dream as well. The dream of creating a children's paradise, where the children can live peacefully.
Junko was, really busy, wasn't she? What with the remnants of despair, the kids, and making the incident, and prepping Hope's Peak Academy for the killing game. She's been really busy.
We also learned from Big Sis Junko the beliefs required to build that dream. The belief that adults are demons. It was as if we saw the light. Thanks to her, we finally realized the common knowledge we had known up until then were lies adults created for their own benefit. Children cannot defy their parents. Everyone must get along. Violence can never bring peace. To destroy the world based on such lies, we decided to fight against the adults. As far as I remember, the first adult we defeated was a random person we didn't even know. We learned that kids can kill adults if they wanted to, and we were encouraged. From there, we leveled ourselves up by killing demons. Big Sis Junko was so pleased. Just the idea of a child killing an adult is despair-inducing.
It's just insane.
Just as I expected. You guys were just tools to her. She was using you. The way she took you in, it's no different than a cult. You bring in the weak people and attach them to your own dream. The revolution you're talking about, it's all just another piece of despair to her. You guys were completely deceived by Junko Anashima.
And what's wrong with that? Did I not tell you that we are her possessions? We would rather her take advantage of us than horrible adults.
Sounds like it's too late.
Say what you like. Big Sis Junko gave us hope. That's the truth. And because of that hope, we were able to defeat the demon boss.
Demon boss?
Our parents.
You killed your parents?
Yeah, I mean, that's not really surprising.
That was a special battle that can only be fought once. That made us level up even further. From there, Operation Children's Paradise began. And we started freeing other children. By doing so, the advance of the Warriors of Hope seemed unstoppable. But just when things were going so well, Big Sis Junko died. Killed by some idiot.
Well, what's that supposed to mean? And she died, she was, in a sense, hoisted by her own petard, thank you very much.
When she died, and we lost our guide, we didn't know what to do. But Monica didn't despair.
All we gotta do is fulfill the hopeful dream Big Sis Junko gave us. We shouldn't give up. We can't abandon hope.
At that moment, Monica looked just like Big Sis Junko in our eyes. Things that didn't matter vanished, and we felt ourselves rising up again. Come to think of it, that moment, that was the real beginning of the revolution. And this time around, I swore an oath. We, the survivors, will fulfill the dream and prove how amazing Big Sis Junko is. We would leave lies like education and love for family in the past. and create paradise. That is our hope.
You guys, you really don't understand that you're doing something very wrong.
Justice and evil. These are beliefs that adults have defined, are they not? First off, pure evil simply does not exist. In all evil, there is something good. And in the same way, justice always hurts someone. There is no pure justice either.
Are we really gonna stand around waxing philosophical with some little brat?
Boy, I hope not.
I wanna know why you guys chose Toa City. And not only that, how did you guys get that army of Monokumas?
Both good questions.
The one who chose the city and prepared our Monokumas was Monica.
Yes, so she's the one who's probably directly controlling them, if not Nagito as well.
Isn't she amazing? She created them with her special magic.
Magic? Don't take any of this seriously. It's just some kid talking. Basically, Monica's the mastermind. And to save Master, I gotta deal with her.
Monica is our princess. I will never allow that.
Hey! Earlier, you said that there is no such thing as pure justice or evil. But even if that's true, a dream that requires you to hurt someone, I think it's wrong.
After all this time, still saying something so naive. It seems as though we really don't have much in common. I was right to ask you to leave. So let's go already. The secret passageway is right up ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. Some kind of temple.
We're here. It's at this shrine.
We should get going.
Hey, Omaru, do you have a second?
Yeah.
Are you really sure this is okay? To end it like this? Running away?
You're asking this now? All this time I've been trying. And not
That's
just
true.
that. I'm still worried about my dad and mom. What are you gonna do, Toko? Are you really gonna stay here?
Of course. I have to save Master Byakuya.
Right. Hey, what do you think, honestly? Is it better for me to stay in this city?
It's tough because she's biased. She would want you to stay and fight.
Why are you asking me?
I mean, if I go, you'll be alone. Toko, do you want me to stay?
So Toko does want you to stay, but would she be able to admit that? Ooh, I think you've hit upon the flaw in Toko's personality.
You have no reason to worry about me.
Ah, she won't be able to admit it.
I'm capable of surviving on my own.
Yeah, you're right. When I'm around, I'm just a burden to you. Unlike me, you're truly amazing, Toko.
Hey, Omaru?
Hmm?
Sorry for getting you involved in all this.
Involved? What do you mean?
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Just leave before he changes his mind.
I don't think it'll be that easy. Children know this time, but I thought this place I was covered and never be found, but as if they knew I was hiding among contained attack. I was just barely escaped, but I couldn't see where my was killed. She was torn out by the every skin and flesh was there, but I ran away. I'm done for this pain into the city.
But demon. Don't mess with me.
No.
Hey,
Don't mess with me!
Don't mess with me!
It's far too suspicious.
Demon.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're coming up on ending. Yeah, so, well, we made some progress today and had a little discussion. Again, I'm still relatively new at this, so I'm not sure if that came across as a discussion or a ramble there. So if you have any thoughts, I'd be glad to hear it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go off on another rant now, so save it for next time, I guess. In any case, I hope you're all doing well. And I've been the Worm, and I hope to catch you next time for some more Ultra Despair Girls. See you then.